Good afternoon to you all. I welcome you all to this class is some of the properties of joint probability density function, joint cumulative distribution function that is related to multiple random variables. Specifically, will say joint random variables. So today's class will discuss some of the problems related to joint probability density function. So all of you can please see the screen. Uh, the question is given that joint probability density function, that is fxy of xy is equal to b into e power minus of x plus y, and x limits are between 0 to a, that is 0 less than x less than a, and y limits between 0 to infinity, 0 less than y less than infinity, and 0 otherwise. So the question is given that find the value of b in terms of a if it is a joint valid probability density function. Question is asking that find the value of b in terms of a if it is a joint valid probability density function. So from the properties of probability density function, if it is a single random variable or multiple random variable or is always unity. The area under the probability density function is always unity. So based on that property, we are now considering here minus infinity to plus infinity, minus infinity to plus infinity, f xy of xy dx dy is equal to unity. So valid joint PDF means the area under the probability density function is unity. So integral limits, actually the signal is existing from x limits are from 0 to a, y limits are from 0 to infinity. For other values, its value is 0. So now we are taking the integral limits, x limits from 0 to a, y limits from 0 to infinity, and the given function is b into e power minus x plus y dx dy. So slightly modified in the next line, just expanded e power minus x, e power minus y expanded, and dy is written first. First I am differentiating with reference, integrating with reference to y. So while I am integrating with reference to y, b into e power minus x is constant. b into e power minus x is constant. So that value I kept aside, b into e power minus 6. And one more integral limit is there, that is 0 to a. And e power minus y integration is e power minus y by minus 1, because we are integrating with reference to y. So e power minus y by minus 1, integral limits are from 0 to infinity. And one more integration is there, that is with reference to x. So continuing the evaluation, 0 to a, b into e power minus x. So minus 1 written here, integral limits, substituting the integral limits, e power minus infinity minus e power 0, and integration left over dx. Always remember that e power minus infinity is 0, e power 0 is 1, e power plus infinity is infinity. E power minus infinity is 0, e power 0 is 1, e power infinity is infinity. So e power infinity is 0 minus e power 0 1. So minus 1 multiplied by minus 1 leads to plus 1. That remaining integral is integral from 0 to a, b into e power minus x into 1 into dx. Is constant kept outside. E power minus x integration is e power minus x by minus 1, limits from 0 to a. For y, the limits are 0 to infinity, or x, the limits are 0 to a, is equal to 1, because it is, if it is a joint valid PDF function, find the value of b in terms of a. That is the question. So minus 1 kept aside, so minus b multiplied by substituting upper limit and lower limit, e power minus a minus e power 0. So minus entered into the inner brackets, that is 1 minus e power minus a is equal to 1. So finally you will get b is equal to 1 by 1 minus e power minus a. E is equal to 1 by 1 minus e power minus a. That is the first one. So the area under the probability density function is unity. So we are trying here to evaluate b in terms of a. That's what has done here as of now. Evaluating b in terms of a. Continuation. The question is not given, but I have evaluated here. Marginal probability density functions. Evaluate marginal density functions. So if I want marginal density function of x, integrate the PDF with reference to y. Integrate the joint PDF with reference to y, which gives fx of x. So fx of is equal to minus infinity to plus infinity. Fx of x is equal to minus infinity to plus infinity. Fxy of xy dy only. Dy only. So y limits, sorry, x limits, we are integrating with reference to y. So y limits are from 0 to infinity. Y limits are from 0 to infinity. B into e power minus x minus of x plus y dy. So done, the continuous integration has been done. Just you can check it out, the continuation, because simple integration things. It is b into e power minus x 0 to infinity e power minus y dy is equal to, so this value 0 to infinity e power minus y dy value is 1, similar to the case we have taken previously. So its value is 1. So the answer is b into e power minus x. So b value just now we have evaluated. So that's why I have written here e power minus x by 1 minus e power minus a is fx of x, marginal probability density function of x. Similarly, in a similar line, fy of y is also computed. Fy of y is also computed. Minus infinity to plus infinity, fxy of xy dx. I want marginal density function of phi, integrate with reference to x. X limits are from 0 to a. The function is given here. Initially, function is given x limits between 0 to a, y limits between 0 to infinity, 0 otherwise. So exactly the same thing has been taken here. So fy of y is equal to, sorry, fy of y is equal to 0 to a b into e power minus of x plus y into dx. Similar case, because we are performing with reference to x, e power b into e power minus y is a constant kept outside, and this value is 1. This value is not 1 here. E power minus x by minus 1, limits from 0 to a. Limits from 0 to a. So 1 by e power minus a minus 1 should be there. But because minus 1 kept inside, that becomes 1 minus e power minus a. 1 minus, sorry, I have written wrong here. Just take a correction here. This 1 minus e power minus a should be the numerator, not denominator. I've done wrong here. Just please do this correction on your notes. It is 1 minus, this 1 minus e power minus a should be numerator, because e power minus x, substituting the limits a and 0, e power minus a minus e power 0, e power minus a minus e power 0 value is 1, e power minus a minus 1, 1 minus I brought into the inners, so that is 1 minus e power minus a. This should be the numerator, and b is equal to 1 by 1 minus e power minus a. So these two gets cancelled, e power minus y will be our answer. E power minus y is your answer. This is one as a typical example solving for proving the property and evaluating b in terms of a and calculating the marginal density functions. Calculating the marginal density functions. Calculating the marginal density functions of x and y. Right. So I have written some one equation. This PDF I have already sent to CR. Maybe he is also forwarded to you. So just to see here, fxy of xy is equal to fx of x and fy of y. If x and y are statistically independent random variables, if x and y are statistically independent random variables, we can write it as the joint PDF is equal to multiplication of marginal density functions. Joint PDF is equal to multiplication of individual, that is marginal density functions. So see here, we got here fx of x is equal to b into e power minus x. Fy of y is equal to e power minus y. If I multiply these two, b into e power minus x multiplied by e power minus y, e power minus of x plus y, which is given the first function, b into e power minus of x plus y. So here we can say these two are statistically independent. So we can say a conclusion here that these two functions x and y random variables are statistically independent. They are statistically independent. So one more problem I have taken in the next page, the second page. One more problem I have done, solved. So see that the function given here is that fxy of xy is equal to u of x into u of y multiplied by x into e power minus of x plus x into y plus 1. This is the function given, and question is given that show that the area under the probability density function is unity, is the first question. Second question is find the marginal density functions of x and y. Find the marginal density functions of x and y. U of x is a function, unit step function, defining x from 0 to infinity. U of y is a unit step function, defining y from 0 to infinity. So we are evaluating the property. Please all of you see carefully. Solved problems. Try to see things. Minus infinity to plus infinity, minus infinity to plus infinity, fxy of x comma y is u of x, u of y into x e power minus x into y plus 1 dx dy is equal to 1. Because u of x is a function defining from 0 to infinity, u of y is a function defined from 0 to infinity, x into e power minus x into y plus 1 dx dy. So simple evaluation you can see separated, e power minus x into y multiplied by e power minus x dy dx. So I am doing it for first y integration. So x values are there, just I kept it aside. X into e power minus x is a constant, e power minus xy dy then dx. So e power minus xy integration is e power minus xy divided by minus x, because we are evaluating with reference to y, and substituting the limits 0 to infinity and dx. So 0 to infinity, because minus is there, minus into e power minus x, and here this x and x gets cancelled, only minus 1 is left over, minus e power minus x, and substituting the limits e power minus infinity, e power 0, and finally we got e power minus x dx. Here dx is missing, I've done wrong. E power minus x into 1 into dx. Again you can show its value is unity. So the first property is done. This property of the question is done. The area under the probability density function is equal to 1. We have shown that its value is unity. So now evaluating the marginal density function. Just now we have seen, if I want to evaluate the marginal density function for x, integrate the joint PDF with reference to dy, then you get x. So similar calculation I have done here, shown in the paper. Finally you will get fx of x is equal to minus u of x e power minus x. Similarly, I have not done for y density function, and given is that because here you got u into v integration. Try to evaluate this and find the answer. If possible, any one of you, please show it to me in the tomorrow's class by sharing your screen, or you scan and send it to me. So this is the next one, y density function. So one more simple problems I have given here, just to try to evaluate these two simple functions. First question is fxy of xy is equal to 3 into x into y. X values between 0 to 1, y value is between y values is between 0 to b, 0 otherwise. Simple integration, very simple integration. Find the value of b if it is a joint valid PDF. If it is a joint valid PDF, try to evaluate the integration and show that answer is also provided here. B is equal to 2 under root of 3. Second question, fxy of x comma y is equal to k into x plus y. See, in the previous two problems, x and y are multiplied either in exponential, that is e power x into e power y is equal to e power x plus y. But here it is k into x plus y. See, a simple information I want to give here, that if I want to evaluate with reference to x, so x is a constant. Sorry, we are performing with reference to x integration. So x is equal to x square by 2. Y is a constant because I'm doing it with reference to x. Then it becomes yx. Previously we just separated because they are separable. We have separated, but here you can't do the separation. So question is fxy of xy is equal to k into x plus y. X values between 0 to 1, y values is between 0 to 2, 0 otherwise. The question is find the constant k, find the value of k. This is also simple integration, not a complicated integration, a simple integration. Second question is in this only, second Roman second question. Find marginal PDF and CDF. Find marginal PDF and CDF. And the third one is verify the independence of joint PDF. Just check it out. Check it out whether they are independent or not. Mostly they are not independent is my conclusion. Just try to evaluate, do these problems, and if you have any ambiguities, feel free to ask me. Right. Next question, next solved problem, a simple evaluated problem. That is Joint CDF is given now. The previous three problems, joint PDFs are given, and we have evaluated some manipulations. Now, this one, joint CDF. Joint CDF. So, capital Fxy of xy is equal to capital Fxy of xy is equal to 1 brackets 1 minus e power minus alpha x multiplied by 1 minus e power minus beta y. X is greater than or equal to 0. Y is also greater than or equal to 0. Both x and y are greater than or equal to 0. So some one or two questions are there. I have evaluated just to see that. Find the marginal CDFs from the properties of CDF. Fx of x, capital Fx of x is equal to capital X Fxy of x comma infinity. Let's substitute in place of y infinity. You will get the marginal density function. Sorry, marginal distribution function. So the both the functions are, that is 1 minus e power minus alpha x, 1 minus e power minus beta y, and I should substitute y is equal to infinity. E power minus infinity is 0. 1 minus 0, 1. 1 multiplied by this function is 1 minus e power minus alpha x. And x is always greater than or equal to 0. In the previous example, joint PDF is given. Marginal PDFs are evaluated using integration formula. Here, joint CDF is given. Marginal CDF is evaluated by substituting either x is equal to infinity or y is equal to infinity. Similarly, if we evaluate Fy of y is equal to 1 minus e power minus beta y, in this function, substitute x is equal to infinity, that is e power minus infinity is 0, 1 minus 0, 1. Similar answer. 1 minus e power minus beta into y. And you can see the conclusion. One important conclusion is that joint CDF is equal to marginal CDFs. Then you can say it is statistically independent. X and y random variables are statistically independent. They are statistically independent because Fx of x is 1 minus e power minus alpha x. Fy of y is 1 minus e power minus beta y. If I multiply these two, I will get the joint CDF. So we can say it is statistically independent random variables. And second question is, show that x and y are independent. Just now we have seen. One more question. Fxy of 1 comma 1. Fxy of 1 comma 1 means probability capital X less than or equal to 1, capital Y less than or equal to 1. So in place of x 1, y 1, substitute in the joint CDF, that will be your answer. 1 minus e power minus alpha, 1 minus e power minus beta. That is the probability of x greater than or equal to 1, y greater than x less than or equal to 1, y less than or equal to 1. One more question. Find the probability that y greater than 1. Y greater than 1 can be written as 1 minus probability y less than 1. So probability y less than 1 can be Fy of 1. Fy of 1. So 1 minus e power minus beta y, in place of y I am substituting 1. So 1 minus e power minus beta. That is probability that y greater than 1. Probability that y greater than 1. So these are all good examples I have provided to you. Try to solve more number of problems using paper and pen. Once you are seeing these things, everything looks good, but in the examination, it may use a difficulty. Try to solve more and more number of problems so that you can able to remember the formula, can able to do some practices. So one more example question, just for your reference, I have provided here. Fxy of xy is equal to p into e power minus x cos y. The first one is x, second one is y. Sorry, both are looking like y. That is, y x value is between 0 to 2, y value is between 0 to pi by 2, 0 otherwise. So if we do integration and evaluate and is equal to 1, we will get the answer b is equal to 1 by 1 minus e power minus x, and joint PDFs b into e power minus x and cos y, and these two are statistically independent. These two are statistically independent. So these are all some solved problems I want to provide to you, and do more number of problems, unsolved problems in the people's book. More number of problems are there, unsolved problems in the people's book. I will provide the solution manual at the end of the semester. I have the solution manual of people's book. I will provide it to you at the end of the semester. So these are all things we discussed in the previous class. Some problems we have seen now. The problems related to joint PDF and joint CDF. You see, joint PDF and joint CDF and its properties are just now evaluated. Now we'll directly move on to the next chapter in this book. Next chapter in this book is operations on multiple random variables. Operations on multiple random variables. That is joint random variable. Operations on multiple random variables. And also mentioned one interesting discussion in the previous class, central limit theorem. Statement is important. Try to remember the statement. The sum of n PDFs equal to Gaussian density function if n tends to infinity. If n tends to infinity, the sum of joint probabilities is always leads to Gaussian density function. So this is the last topic in the first unit, most probably, operations on multiple random variables. Operations on multiple random variables. That is, expectation of g of x comma y is equal to minus infinity to plus infinity, minus infinity to plus infinity. Whatever is there in the inner brackets, copied down here, g of x comma y, because it is a joint random variable, joint PDF will be copied down here. Joint PDF is copied down, and dx dy. Now the integration order and integration will become somewhat tough. So try to do some integration problems so that it will not create a hurdle in the examination. So similarly, if n random variable, I think I have taken these things in the previous class up to some extent. So joint movements about origin is the next interesting one. Joint movements about origin. Instead of showing this, I will directly show the formulae. That's better. I think stochastic processing formulae. Stochastic processing formulae. So you'll directly go to that chapter where it initiates the operations on multiple random variables. Operations on multiple random variables. Yes. Joint movements about origin. Joint movements about origin. G of x comma y is equal to x power n y power k. N comma k both are integer values starting from 0 to 1 to infinity. So g of x comma y just now here mentioned expectation of g of xy is equal to minus infinity to plus infinity, minus infinity to plus infinity, g of x comma y, because it is a giant random variable. Joint probability density function will be considered fxy of x comma y dx dy. So mnk is equal to expectation of x power n y power k is equal to just whatever is there is copied x power n y power k. If I substitute k is equal to 0, which gives the moments of x random variable. If I substitute n is equal to 0, which gives the moments of y random variable. Just you can write it in your piece of paper and evaluate this one. mnk. If I substitute k is equal to 0, which gives the random movements about origin. These are all movements about origin of x random variable and y random variable. N is equal to 0, x random variable, k is equal to 0, y random variable. N plus k is called order of the movement. N plus k is called order of the movement. N plus k is order of the movement. So M20, M02, M11, just you can see here. So M11 generally we call it as expectation of xy, which is called correlation of x and y. Very interesting one, correlation. Correlation is generally used in digital communication systems and radar engineering. In digital communication system and in radar engineering. I will give a typical example for a radar engineering. A radar engineering principle is that a narrow rectangular pulse will be transmitted onto the air. If at all any moving object or any object is found on the space, the transmitted pulse will touch that object and reflects back to the transmitter. Reflects back to the transmitter based on the characteristics of the received pulse, because the transmitted pulse itself received. So we are trying to evaluate the correlation of the transmitted and received pulse. Transmitted and received pulse. So one a typical example I have considered here. Typical example. Radar engineering. Autocorrelation is the correlation between two same random variables. Cross correlation is the correlation between two different random. It is already discussed in your signals and system subject. It is very much discussed with properties also. Very much discussed. So M11 is equal to expectation of xy is equal to minus infinity to plus infinity, minus infinity to plus infinity, x into y, fxy of x comma y, dx dy. One interesting conclusion I have mentioned here. If rxy of rxy is equal to expectation of xy is equal to e of x and e of y, then we can say x and y are uncorrelated random variables. They are uncorrelated random variables. Uncorrelated. So statistical independence of x and y is sufficient to guarantee that they are uncorrelated. The sentence meaning is that two random variables are statistically independent. We can say they are uncorrelated. But if they are uncorrelated, doesn't mean they are statistically independent. Converse of the statement is not always true. Maybe true sometimes, but not always. Interesting point. Try to guess the things here. So, E of xy is equal to E of x minus E of x into E of y means x and y are statistically independent. If you write like this, we can say x and y are uncorrelated. So, statistical independence of x and y is sufficient to guarantee that they are uncorrelated. But converse of the statement is not necessarily true, not always true. X and y are independent means you can say directly 100% guarantee. You can say x and y are uncorrelated. If x and y are uncorrelated, you can't say they are statistically independent. Can't say they are statistically independent. Last sentence for movements about mean, movements about origin. That is Rxy is equal to 0. Then we can say X and Y are orthogonal to each other. X and Y are orthogonal to each other. This type of scenario you might have discussed this point in Fourier series. Fourier series is that any periodic function can be expressed as sum of mutually orthogonal functions. All sinusoidal signals, cosinusoidal signals are mutually orthogonal. Means if you integrate a function sin n omega naught t, sin m omega naught t, its value is 0. So similarly, if x and y random variables are orthogonal, you can say that its correlation is 0. This is different. Uncorrelated is different. Correlation is 0 is different. Uncorrelated is different. Correlation is 0. So for n-dimensional random variable, you can extend this. Just simple explanations. M indicating that movements about origin. M indicating that movements about origin. N1 to N x power N1, N2, and so on. Taken so much of time to type these formulas. So I'll provide this. N1 plus N2 plus N3 plus N is called order of the movements. So you can just see the things. Most probably in the examination, you will get joint random variables only. But to get an idea, I have provided, even in the book is there. Same thing we have provided for n-dimensional random variable. We have provided for n-dimensional random variable. Try to see here. If x and y are statistically independent, E of xy is equal to E of x into E of I. X and y are statistically independent means E of x multiplied by E of y. That is E of xy is equal to E of x into E of y. And that can say that x and y are uncorrelated. Try to get this point. The converse of the statement is not always true. Right, next one. Joint central movements. Formula looks like a big one, but conceptually it is a very simple issue. Conceptually it is very simple. Movement about mean. So x minus x bar, y minus y bar, power n, power k. So expectation, same thing is copied down here. Fxy of xy dx dy. Mu20 gives the answer expectation of x minus x bar whole square, which I can call it as a variance of x. Mu02 we call it as expectation of y minus y bar whole square, which is a variance of x. Second order joint to movement, also called covariance. Previously it is correlation, now it is covariance, which is denoted as Cxy is equal to mu11, that is n is equal to 1, k is equal to 1, that is expectation of x minus x bar, y minus y bar, and it is evaluated. And further, if you simplify, you can get these two conclusions. Just you evaluate the I can say x minus x bar multiplied by y minus bar, and we evaluate and separate it, you'll get this answer. Rxy minus x bar y bar, or Rxy minus expectation of x and expectation of y. Try to do this. Try to do this on your notes. And try to do this. Now, interesting conclusion I can say. Just I am commenting this one, first one. Cxy is equal to Rxy minus E of x into E of y. Rxy is expectation of xy. Rxy is expectation of x into y. If suppose x and y are uncorrelated, sorry, x and y are statistically independent. If x and y are statistically independent, that is Rxy is equal to expectation of x into y is equal to E of x into E of y, because x and y are statistically independent. If x and y are statistically independent, I can write that expectation of xy is equal to expectation of x into expectation of y. So because these two are similar, Cxy is equal to 0. So two important concept, one more important. Cxy is equal to 0, then x and y are either uncorrelated or independent. Independent, you'll get 0 value. Uncorrelated, you may get 0 value. You'll get 0 values for these two cases. So two important parameters are defined. Correlation, Rxy is equal to expectation of x into y. Covariance, Cxy is equal to expectation of x minus x bar, y minus y bar. And relation between these two. Relation between correlation and covariance. So we'll solve some problems in the tomorrow's class for this topic. See here, Cxy is equal to minus E of x and E of y. X and y are orthogonal. See here, if x and y are orthogonal, Rxy is equal to 0. Just now we have seen in the previous session. It is Rxy is equal to 0 if x and y are orthogonal. So their covariance will is equal to minus of E of x into E of y. So the answer is given here. Cxy is equal to minus E of x, E of y, and x and y are orthogonal. Cxy is equal to 0 means either x or y has 0 mean value. Just you can, interesting conclusion, you can just see with considering a typical examples. With considering typical examples, you can see why when you will get Cxy is equal to 0. Either E of x or E of y is 0 and 0 mean value. Right. Then this parameter most probably used in good number of research articles. Good number of research articles. Rho is called generally correlation coefficient. Correlation coefficient. And its value is always lies between minus 1 to 1. Its value is always lies between minus 1 to 1, which is mu 1 1 under root of divided by under root of mu 2 0 and mu 0 2. Mu 1 1 is covariance divided by mu 2 0. Mu 2 0 is sigma x square. Mu 0 2 is sigma y square. So under root and square gets cancelled, sigma x and sigma y. Sigma x square is the variance of x random variable. Sigma y square is the variance of y random variable. Sigma x is the standard deviation. Sigma y is the standard deviation. Same thing is further expanded expectation of Cxy is equal to x minus x bar, y minus y bar divided by sigma x and sigma y. Minus 1 and 1. That is, if rho value is 1, means x and y random variables are most similar in nature. Most similar in nature. They are 100% correlated. Rho is equal to 0, they are uncorrelated. Rho is equal to minus 1 means one is moving in positive direction, other is in negative direction, but both are similar. The values are same, but they are moving in opposite direction. So that is minus 1. This is one interesting parameter. I have used almost in 5 to 6 publications. I have published in the IEEE. I have used this correlation coefficient for wireless communication, for biomedical signal processing, and some other important applications. I have used this parameter in my research. So we'll stop at this point. We'll solve some problems in the tomorrow's class on movements about origin, movements about mean, movements about origin, movements about mean for a joint random variable. For a joint random variable. For a joint random variable. So Sorry, my call actually because of internet, my call has been disconnected. So okay, now we are ending the session at this point of time.